there, and welcome over here to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you 5 of my family's all-time favorite side dishes. These side dishes are seriously perfect for any time of year, especially summer in my opinion. So I really hope you enjoy it, and let's go jump over to my kitchen and start cooking. We're going to start out today with this beautifully delicious Greek pasta salad. So to my pot of boiling water, I'm going to add my 1 pound of rotini noodles and cook it according to the package directions. My rotini was green and white just because I used what I had on hand. So once my noodles were cooked, I brought them over to my strainer and strained all the water out. And now I'm spraying the noodles with cold water to help the noodles cool down faster. So after I'm through with that, I'm going to set my noodles to the side and let them completely cool down. For this pasta salad, you could totally use any type of vegetables you like, but what I chose to do is just dice up 2 Roma tomatoes, 1 English cucumber, and a half of a red onion into smaller pieces. I'm going to set all my vegetables to the side, and now I'm pulled out my pasta salad bowl, and I'm going to start on the homemade Greek dressing. You could use a Greek bottle of dressing that's pre-made at the grocery store, but I do like this homemade dressing. It just tastes so good. So in this bowl, I added a half a cup of olive oil, 1/3 cup of red wine vinegar, the juice from 1 lemon, a tablespoon of minced garlic, 2 teaspoons of honey, 2 teaspoons of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper, and then 1 teaspoon of oregano. All of these flavors combined together are absolutely delicious. I'm going to whisk this all together after I'm through adding all of the seasonings in. And I do want to let you know, again, if you don't want to make this homemade dressing, you don't have to. You could just use a bottle of Greek dressing from the store. After I whisked the dressing together, I added the noodles that are now cooled down in, and I'm going to stir everything to combine. The last few simple steps you will do for this pasta salad is add all of the veggies that we chopped up earlier right in that bowl, along with a half a cup of feta cheese. You could use any type of feta cheese you like, but I really like this specific brand. Next, I'm adding in a 1/3 cup of sliced black olives. Stir this all together to get all of the dressing coated in those veggies and in the noodles. And then you'll place cling wrap over the top and then let this chill in your fridge for at least an hour. Here is my pasta salad after chilling in my refrigerator, and that Greek dressing totally marinated the vegetables and the noodles, so everything has the perfect Greek flavor. This is such a filling pasta salad. You could serve it alongside of your dinner, bring it to a party, but if we have any leftovers of this pasta salad, I always think it goes great for lunch the next day. This particular side salad has to be one of the most asked for recipes on my channel. I seriously make it for my family multiple times a week. It is that easy to throw together. So for the veggies I'm using today, just a handful of cherry tomatoes, a handful of baby carrots, 1 avocado, and 3 green onions. After I cut those veggies into smaller pieces, I set them to the side. Now we're going to work on the lettuce. I'm using my salad spinner. I love this thing to clean my lettuce. I'll link a similar one for you in my Amazon store if you want to get one for yourself. And then for the lettuce I use a spinach and spring mix. I found that it is my favorite type of lettuce to use for this salad. After I cleaned the lettuce off super duper well, I just spun it out with my salad spinner. Now that I put the lettuce in a salad bowl, you are going to top it with the vegetables. You could really add any type of veggies you have in your fridge. I kind of always just add whatever leftover veggies are in my fridge, like green onions, purple onions, anything. So after I added those veggies on my lettuce, I'm adding about 1/4 cup of feta cheese. I think the feta cheese adds great flavor to this salad. I always add it, but you could add any other type of cheese you like if you don't care for feta. And then this cranberry and almond mix. It's just a salad mix I get from Walmart. I always top my salads with it. It's just a really inexpensive mix that adds great flavor to your salad. So here it is, ready to enjoy. The dressings I've been loving recently is just the light Italian dressing from Olive Garden and the ranch Parmesan dressing. I find it at my local Walmart. And then here is my dinner plate on that night. I served it with salmon and a twice baked potato casserole. I'm actually going to show you how to make that twice baked potato casserole in just a moment. Before we get started on that twice-baked potato casserole, I do want to show you a few of these quick and easy sides that I've been using for years, especially this couscous mix. It comes together in under 5 minutes, which is absolutely amazing. These Parmesan noodles are great. So I do suggest something like this if you want something super duper quick and easy. They're all under $2 at my local grocery store. So now we're going to begin on the twice-baked potato casserole. On my cutting board right here, I have about 10 smaller to medium-sized russet potatoes. I'm peeling them and then I just dice them into smaller pieces. Over to a pot of boiling water, I'm adding those potatoes in and I'm going to boil them until they're fork tender. And then over to my pan, I'm going to be adding about a half a pound of bacon. I cut the bacon into smaller pieces and I'm just going to fry it up. Now that my bacon's cooked, with a slotted spoon, I removed it to a separate plate lined with paper towel to absorb any excess grease. And then now that my potatoes are fork tender, I'm going to strain them over the sink. Over to this large bowl, you're going to add the potatoes that are now soft in there, along with 4 tablespoons of butter that I sliced, 3/4 cup of sour cream, 4 tablespoons of cubed cream cheese. I truly feel like that cream cheese gives it so much extra great flavor, so that's why I like adding it in. 5 green onions that I sliced. I did save some of the green onions to put on top for later. Along with the bacon, I saved some of the bacon for on top. And then add in 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, 3/4 cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of salt, pepper, and thyme. And then you're going to mix this all together. I like to mix mine together with an electric mixer. And then after everything is well combined, I like to taste it and then add more salt in if I think it needs more salt, or milk, or so forth. Over to my large round casserole dish, or you could use a 9x13 baking dish. After I greased it with plenty of nonstick spray, I added our twice-baked potato casserole right in there, spread it out as even as possible, and then I topped it with an additional cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese, the rest of the bacon crumbles, and then the rest of the sliced green onions. I baked this in my oven on 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until the cheese was completely melty. This twice-baked potato casserole has to be one of my hands-down all-time favorite side dishes. It is rich and creamy and divine. It's absolutely amazing. My mom actually made this exact recipe for me when I was growing up. It is just comfort food to the max. Now we're making these Parmesan zucchinis, and I know a ton of people are growing zucchinis in their gardens this year, so this recipe is perfect. I have 4 medium-sized zucchinis. I trimmed the ends off of them, and then I sliced them in half horizontally, and now I'm just cutting them into 3 pieces just like this, so each zucchini will have a total of 6 pieces. I placed the zucchini pieces on my sheet pan. I didn't line my sheet pan with parchment paper just because I found in the past that the zucchinis actually get a little bit soggy when I line my sheet pan with parchment paper for this specific recipe. So I drizzled a tablespoon of olive oil over the top of the zucchinis and then added a dash of salt and pepper. And then I just lined them up just like this. And now I'm going to be sprinkling 1/4 cup of these Italian style breadcrumbs over the top and then sprinkling about 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese over that. This is going to bake in my preheated oven to 450 degrees for about 12 to 18 minutes, and then I put the broiler on for an additional 2 to 3 minutes in the end. These zucchini pieces would go perfectly with any type of dinner you want to serve them with. They have a nice crust from the breadcrumbs and the Parmesan cheese over them, and then I like serving them with ketchup on the side. They kind of remind me of French fries in a way. There's really nothing better than good, quick and easy seasoned rice. So to get this one started, in my pan, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of olive oil in along with a tablespoon of butter. And then you'll add either one of these bouillon cubes, any brand really will work well, or you could add a tablespoon of this better than bouillon paste. I prefer this better than bouillon paste. I just think it tastes so good. That's typically actually what I make my broths with. So I added 1 tablespoon of that chicken bouillon paste in. I'm going to let the oils get hot and then add in my 1 cup of rinsed jasmine rice, or you could add in long grain white rice, whatever you prefer. I let this cook together for about a minute or 2. The last few things I'm adding to this rice is a dash of pepper and salt. You could add any other seasonings at this point that you would like, or even garlic. And then I added my 1 3/4 cup of water in, gave it a good stir, brought it up to a boil, and then let it simmer. I cooked it according to my package directions. And then here it is after it's cooked. You do want to keep an eye on it though, because you don't want it overcooked or undercooked. I added in 3 tablespoons of fresh parsley, and then it was ready to serve. This is the perfect seasoned rice. It has so much great flavor, but it's not overpowering. I do like to serve it with baked chicken or chicken from the barbecue grill. I hope you found a side dish for yourself, and I have plenty more videos like this on my channel, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any more in the future, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.